Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading for the next 4 weeks, money, career, success. We're starting by pulling your symbols. This is going to give us a general idea of what's coming, what's leaving your life. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And if you maybe have been subscribed, but sometimes there's unsubscribings happening, so go ahead and check that one out as well, okay? Let's see what we have. A strong emotion, passion, love, or hate. This is about material stuff. Okay, something maybe you want it really strongly. It can be a representative of that. Another thing I feel here, this can be actually like something you really want to have, but maybe you haven't received yet. That's why you're feeling like a strong emotion towards it. The thing is, though, everybody has their own way of receiving blessings. Okay, maybe when you are angry at something, that gives you inspiration to act, and then you go after it, which is also a valid way of receiving things, making things happen. Or maybe when you are feeling very like loving and you really want to have something passionately in your life with this burning desire of love, then that can be your fire fueled, so you can go get after it. This can also coming forward here, so you can differentiate if that's the case, which one is happening to you. Sometimes for me, for example, like when I get I'm not Capricorn, however, whenever I get like angry about something, I get this urge to go get things happen. Most of the time they happen as well when I get angry about something. So what's that emotion behind your passion? So find that, and maybe you can use that consciously. When you use it consciously, I don't feel like it can cause destruction here. You have a diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift right there. Yeah, the passion fire can be effective. That we have compliments from an admirer. Okay, I feel now it's coming back to back. You might be receiving material gift that will really boost your energy up. We also have an ink pot here, problems to be resolved. Love to see that. A bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. This is already looking so good. A great personal sorrow, tears of drops. I interpret this kind of great personal sorrow as maybe like you're going through something or you are overcoming something, but what happens is this can be something that you had in your life for a very long time now, and even if it's a problem, sometimes you fell into like this kind of in a mentally like a gap. You feel like, okay, now I don't have it anymore. When it resolves, maybe you're gonna feel this empty space in that. And the thing is, universe abhors a vacuum. It's going to get filled with really good solutions and situations, but for the time being, you might feel that personal sorrow. We have a dog far away, distant friend is thinking of you. And also we have a scissor, disappointment in some affair. So yeah, maybe this, like, I feel like disappointment can be about something, maybe that you feel like, oh, it's going to end up in a negative way, and it turns out to be a positive way. So let's interpret it that way, so it can be that way, okay? Let's see. I want to see what's this about. Two of Swords. It's about a decision. And the Lovers. Can you see? Two people split up, but two people are joining here. So I feel maybe something that you're expecting someone maybe is not choosing you is actually going to benefit you in a better way. That can be the case here. Let's see. I see within the first week there are tears of joy. There's kind of like a turtle forming here. Turtle can symbolize a home, or can be interpreted in the sense of a place feels like home for you. Okay, so you're swimming towards it, or maybe you are finding that perfect place for you, and this can be. Oh, my ear is ringing. I don't know if this is something happening to me or generally. So it's a good news, because I feel like there's a saying, when angels are talking about you, this happens. So it's a good thing here that the case of finding a new place, finding your home, forever home, or maybe moving, purchasing a place can be on the works right now. The turtle can symbolize that. I see a Taurus ahead here, a bull, and this is rising from maybe the hells. I mean, this is like fire I see under this person. Taurus can indicate an authority figure. This can be an authority figure that actually caused problems to you, like maybe like a problematic person, caused trouble in the past. However, I see that they are actually losing their power. They're just thinning out. Basically, they're stretching themselves out and thinning out. This can be maybe a boss that you're dealing with or a person in your life that's causing that kind of like, I'm the authority, I'm going to make the decisions, but now they cannot really reach to every corner. Basically, you see in the front of them, behind them, they're opening space for you without realizing. I don't feel like they're doing this as a benefit. Like the disappointment can be maybe you are expecting this person to do the right thing for you, maybe to make the right decision. However, they might be actually doing something or choosing something that is benefiting them more. The thing is, though, we have the lovers here. This is going to really end up being the right choice for you, because lovers card can also symbolize the right choices. That is like a soul aligned right choices. So it seems like someone's wrong choice might be the right outcome, bring the right outcome for you here. And I see there's a pathway like leaning towards, like it's winding towards another place. It's not going straight up. So maybe it's something that you expect or you want it to turn out in a way, not really for your highest benefit. That's why the path is winding towards a direction that will be much more beneficial. I see this timeline-wise, second week, it can be taking a little longer than that. And I see someone here drinking from a cup. The cup kind of looks like a big flower, maybe a tulip. And cup can indicate emotionally fulfilling offer. And I feel maybe this is your offer, something that you're offering as a service, okay? Which is something, it is going to have like a return, because I see this person has a big belly. This can be someone who can afford what you're offering, or who can have like the financial backing of what to pay you. And it seems like also they are enjoying life. They're drinking the water, they're emotional, they are focused on the emotional satisfaction of the outcome. So this person is really maybe picking up what you're offering, okay? They have also like the financial support. They have the finances to support it, pay for it. I see a letter M here, like Matthew, Mary. It can be in the name of a company. It can be in the name of like country maybe you want to go. Mauritius actually popped in my head. I don't know if it's something related. Or Mary, Maori. The thing is, yeah, this is actually not really going, you're not really going by yourself. There's a partner standing right behind, like right next to you, and there's a big bird standing right behind you. This big bird kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you ever seen the movie called The Fifth Element. And in the beginning of that movie, there's some aliens come down to Earth, and they kind of shape like robots, like but they're walking really slowly. I feel like this is something, I know it's just this kind of like connections that I make can sound weird if you've never seen the movie. Well, if you can go ahead and watch that. It's an amazing movie, by the way. On top of that, this is like an alien, but it's a goodwill alien. They're here to help us protect the Earth. So this can be someone who's coming to maybe slow. They're acting slowly, by the way. Their movements are slow. This can be someone who's slow, but they're very good communicators. And they may be speaking in a different language, but you're not going to have a language barrier. I don't know if that makes sense. And the thing is, they're coming closer, not really crossing their boundaries. So this is a person or like an energy. They know where to stop, and they're communicating something with you. And what's the benefit of that communication? First of all, there's sunshine coming to your heart. Maybe you don't have clarity about something. There's money coming in. There's a fish swimming towards you. The fish can be, this kind of looks like a catfish, which catfish actually grows in the rivers. There are positives and negatives of the catfish. The positive, if you are the one raising them and selling them, when you put them in a space, they fill the space. They grow massively. So this can be something that when you feed it right and put it into, take care of it in the right spaces, it can become a massive source for you. But the thing is, but if you don't take care of the catfish, if you don't control the environment, they can turn into like eating everything and just killing the life where they are. So this is basically something that is going to be really, you need to keep under control, coming with the energy of this alien, this different person. Another thing I see here, there's a legal paper, like a tabula rasa, a clean slate, a new pathway opening after they show up as well. I see a W here, it's a win for you. But overall, what I feel is like this will require your energy. This will require you to actually make decisions. That's why Two of Swords come forth here. And choices will be important. The choices that your heart is actually pulling you towards is going to be important, rather than making your choices in a according to the society and like what other things the others think. Making your choices according to like your heart's callings is going to be important. Okay, some of you understand what I'm telling you, and some of you, it's going to be, the path will be revealed to you. Let's dive into your saucer now. Let's see what's happening in there. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, because you're not holding anything, it's not moving forward. This first one actually came. This is maybe something that you were anticipating, you were thinking about before you turn on this video. The second one coming forward, the first one is not moving. Okay, and there's tears of joy. I feel like something has to first emotionally happen for you to receive the first desire you have. This one has some time, guys. It's not moving, so I need to mention that. It needs to maybe grow, develop. It needs maybe some action here, or strategy, but there's another something coming forward, and I kind of see here a chicken. Maybe this is like a golden goose, something that you don't really consider as massive can turn into a massive blessing for you. Another thing I see here, there's a woman's face right there. She has, well, kind of looks like a man as well, though. The hair, the covering on the hair kind of reminds me of a nurse. Back in the day, nurses used to like cover their hair with some things like that. This can be someone who is loving nurturing. This can be an idea about nurturing. This can be about you taking care of someone. But it's like the first thing that you need to actually pay attention to. It can be about like nursing, hospital, working in that kind of space. If you maybe have a product, maybe it can be useful for those kind of environments. Can be something to think about. Or this can be self-love, self-nurturing. The second thing coming to me, this can be accepting the love, the offer coming to you as well. Because sometimes if you're not used to receiving free gifts, it can feel like a burden. Now I have to pay them back kind of energy come to you. This is about like unconditional love coming to you. Unconditional support is coming to you. It's about accepting that, because it's on the border here. It cannot enter if you don't allow. I see there's a surprise face here. There's a person's mind is blown. Your energy feels intact, but this is someone in your family, or maybe someone close to you, is telling you to, oh, don't take that. Or maybe this person might be someone who's going to get surprised when they see you thriving, okay? Because they might not be expecting you to thrive in your situation where you are right now, okay? So let's see. I feel like nursing, taking care of yourself, taking care of your finances, initial thing, and then the growth can be like really fast, really quick, and the resolutions can be really quick. That's why we have someone's mind is blown right there. Let's see. We're starting the next 4 weeks with what is happening, guys, here. 5 of Pentacles, and release, this is the Death card. Okay, I would rather them being at the end than being in the front in the timeline wise. 5 of Pentacles. I heard one of those. I read tarot books time to time, or listen to audio. Say that this 5 of Pentacles actually says there's a pity party happening here. So you might be negative thoughts manifesting into real life challenges. You might be in a negative position right now. It's okay. It's acceptable. But the thing is, you might actually thinking about all the negativity over and over again and amplifying its effect in your life. The first week is about recognizing that, okay? It says poor timing for becoming self-employed. So consider your circumstances, First of all, circumstances do not matter. Most of the time, our state of being matters, becomes materialized. However, in your situation, this is basically telling you consider your circumstances for especially the first week, okay? There's flowers, yellow flowers, which symbolize actually hope around her, and she doesn't see them. She has an angel above her head. She doesn't see her angel. The thing is, though, if she recognizes, yes, again, Five of Pentacles with Five of Pentacles, if she recognizes there's light inside of the church, there are blessings around her, she can really quickly get from that position to this King of Pentacles, an established position. So it is about changing your mind and seeing what's available to you guys, okay? So Five of Pentacles, like I said, you might be feeling left out in the cold by circumstances, situations, what's happening around you. The thing is, this is your challenge to, I told you there's a bull right here as well. Maybe challenge the bull, challenge the authority, but not in an aggressive way. I feel like love is a much stronger energy compared to hate or anger. So in a loving way, understanding what's happening and then building a strategy and going forward towards this thing with planning and also maybe a productive idea. We have the release, which is, I feel like, wow, guys, what's happening with you? Release is, this is the death card, like leaving the past behind, endings that lead to new beginning. And this is, I feel like when you, as soon as you decide to say, you know what, if I'm left out in the cold, I'm going to go grow my own kingdom on my own grapevine here. I'm going to use my resources to make myself successful. Soon as you decide that, you're going to let go of what has been done to you. You're going to move on to the new day. You're not going to be actually dwelling on what has happened in the past. You're going to be focused on what you can change in the future. The Tower is, I feel like, the environment you leave. Soon as you leave, you might be the main foundation of that space. And as soon as you leave, they start to crumble down. I don't feel like there's something you can do about that crumbling, and maybe you are leaving the place in the right time without realizing it, or leaving the mindset in the right time without realizing it, because that mindset is already crumbling down. Only love can build. I heard someone saying, I think it was Cat Williams, he said, only God can create. Satan cannot create, okay? So it's basically the negative energy cannot create anything new. And it is doomed to crumble down at the end of the day, okay? So we have the third week, Knight of Swords here. Decisive, focused, and driven. So this is actually sharp. You acting sharp. When the ideas come, you strike right away. You don't dwell on what has happened, what's happening around you. You focus on the idea and pursuing it. This can be like the simplest thing, guys. Don't think of it in the sense of like establishing a business and creating like a multi-million-dollar idea. Can be that, why not? But it can be the simplest thing. Maybe the idea comes to you, I need to call Kate, for example, if you have a friend like that, or I want to talk to Mary today, and then you pick up the phone and call them and then see what life is going to bring through that. Okay, that can be that simple. We complicate things, but it seems like it's going to be that simple events that will be actually moving really great speed when you follow that idea strikes. Okay, let's see what else we have. Your Three of Cups. This can be you coming together with people that are like-minded with you, the people that are actually supportive of you. They want to grow together and celebrate together. Basically, I heard somewhere also recently, which I don't know if I experienced that in the past, but some people say that real friends can actually celebrate with you. We think that real friends are the ones who actually support us during the hard times. But sometimes, like everybody can be good during the hard times, but they cannot always be good and not jealous during the good times. So I feel like you're going to be surrounding yourself with this idea with the right people that will be fully supportive of your journey. Okay, when it comes to the Sun right here, this is actually your celebration again, but you rising above all things, not only with your friends but also by yourself. This is going to be a time of great joy, says here. Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. So gratitude to divine also attached to this. And this is optimism. This is good news. And you keeping it in a positive state of mind. You're staying in a positive state of mind and experiencing positive outcomes. Even though we're starting maybe with like negative or maybe, wow, okay, great. Lack mentality, you're ending up with like a abundance mentality here. 3 of Wands is actually trusting everything is working out. We have all yellow color here, which is also a positive color, the sun, the color of the sun, and trusting everything is working out and stepping into the unknown, but knowing in your heart that you already done what's supposed to be done. So you insured all the ships. You know, if they do not sail, if they sink, you will still be fine. You know that for sure. That's why you feel confident moving into the new adventure, which I feel like you're not going to be that reckless either, because Knight of Pentacles is someone who actually covers all the bases first before he jumps into anything new. So you are also doing that as well. And what happens at the end, Knight of Pentacles, he has a beautiful land right there, as you can see. And that land is going to carry the produce, the abundance, the wealth that you want to have in your life, okay? Now I'm going to pull some of these chakra cards. Let's see if you have any blockages, what's coming your way when it comes to money, what you should be aware of as well. And then I have 2 more oracles. Trickery. Okay, so you might be feeling like this money issue is a little tricky, and or maybe somebody's like doing something. You might have this idea of rich people are all negative, bad, or they're doing something tricky. They're trying to cheat, and that's actually putting a barrier between you and your money, okay? So maybe because you're thinking that I need to do the same thing, and I'm not doing the same thing, that's why I'm not thriving. This is something you should pay attention to. If that's the thought coming to you, ask the question, who actually thinks this way? Where did I pick up this thought? What made me think this way? So that's going to probably answer the questions. And I see here soulmate as a solution here. That's going to really create connection with you and money, because I feel like money, this is money. We're going to pull wealth as well, because they're 2 different things, even though we don't realize it. So you might be thinking, I need to be tricky in order to get the money. But the thing is, soulmates comes here and tells you that money is an energy, and you can become soulmates with the money. You can actually call it to yourself and treat it like a lady, because money is a feminine energy. And when you treat it well, keep it like very crisp in your wallet, and, you know, feel appreciated when it comes, feel appreciated when it goes. Just give it the love that it needs, she needs. It will become your soulmate. It wants to be in your life and be around you all the time, okay? So it's actually moving from your heart space. You're thinking in your heart that, oh, it's a bad energy and to keep you away, to ground it into the root chakra. It's a need. I would like to have it. I can have it. She can come to me. She can be my best friend energy, okay? Let's see what you think about wealth. We have prayer here. Prayer gives you the options. So I feel like the wealth part of the things for you, in your case, is a little spiritual. We have all yellow color here. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra, so it's joy center. So wealth, the more you have joy, the more you will experience the wealth of the earth. And we don't recognize most of the time, but when you can drink a cup of water in a healthy way, because some people cannot even drink a cup of water, that's wealthy. Okay, so I feel like here this is about recognizing everything you have and your eyes can see, your ears can hear. So that's wealth. Okay, so that's the prayer, that's the gratitude will attract into your life your destiny. I feel like some of you are destined to be wealthy and destined to have more than enough in your life and thrive. And destiny here comes from black and white, good and bad, to everything has multiple colors, and you can really enjoy the wealth that you create or you're attracting into your life when it comes. It's not something negative to have, okay? So it's about, I feel like, pray for the right things, not the wrong things. Think about the things you want, not the things you don't want. Let's see our... I actually pulled this later, but she wanted to come forth. This is your Our Lady of Guadalupe. These are your divine feminine. The Empress of Protection. I'm safe and divinely protected. I'm held in love at all times. She's coming forward to remind you that even if you have the money that you want, and if you're feeling like It's going to be dangerous to have it. She's assuring that it is going to be safe. You're going to be safe. You are divinely protected. We have Perpetua here, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Basically, you are who you are, and as you are, you're enough. You're created the perfect creation of the world. You don't need to change anything. You're the perfect creation of the earth, the Mother Earth. And she's coming here to remind you that circumstances do not matter. Only your state of being, who you're feeling to be, matters. And if you're feeling fear, which is normal during these times, everybody's feeling that. The even like temporary moments that you can take out of yourself, that mindset, and put yourself into your true authentic self, that's going to be enough for you to attract the desires of the day. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Blueberry Fairy, I feel like she's showing up to tell you that the circumstances do not matter, and you can actually get into who you are, energy, self-authenticity, by practicing gratitude. We have the prayer also coming forward. Guardians of the land coming forward to remind you that you are always protected, you're divinely protected. And another thing we have here is also the wood nymph, Beauty. Beauty is, they say it's the eye in the eye of the beholder. But the thing is, I feel like beauty comes forward here to remind you that for some of you, I feel like maybe all of you, you are motivated by the beauty. Beautiful things, beautiful food, beautiful places, beautiful visions, or like some things that even with the eyes, the beauty is something that we can see with the eyes most of the time. So expose your eyes to the things that you deem beautiful. And that can be also like, that can connect to the gratitude, which can create like a protection shield around you with that, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.